Hey and hello there everyone! Welcome back to the Strike Streams Friday edition. How are we all doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday. Well done for making it through yet another week. And if you're in a time zone where it's actually still the afternoon, then, I hope you get through the next few hours okay. But if you're in a time zone where it's the end of the week, then well done for making it through another week. How are we all doing? Let's say hi to some people quickly. I have ever so slightly increased the volume on my microphone today, so I'll play it back later or whatever. But if I suddenly sound like this and all like or whatever, let me know. Let me know if I sound like I'm coming in too hot or anything like that. Okay. So if you're like too hot, that's when everything kind of is like really loud and that kind of thing. So let me know. But hopefully it sounds okay. Hopefully it's like yesterday, but better or something like that. But without too much background noise either. Like no like in the background or anything like that. Right. But no, I did listen back and it sounded okay. It didn't sound as good as like Monday, but it did sound better than Tuesday. On Tuesday, I did sound like too hot and whatever. So, okay. Now, if only I could be hot in real life. Okay, anyway, guys, gals, non-binary pals, let's say hi to some people. So, Kieran, hi, and Kiba, hi, and Xander, hi, and Kevin, hi, and Gage, hi, and I think I saw on Lara, hi, and Nightbot, hi, and who else we got? Oh no, that was everyone. Okay, so when there's a lot of like back and forth and stuff at the beginning of the stream, I always get confused. So there we go. So, my dudes, my guys, my gals, and my non-binary pals. But if you want to be hot in real life, just turn the heat on. Oh, of course, but that would create too much background noise, so, c'est la vie. Okay, let's turn on Pokémon Shield, and then we'll see how this goes, shall we? But yeah. Do you want to know a funny thing? So yesterday in Pokemon Scarlet, there was a new 7-star raid event for a Ghost Terra Tyranitar. It was actually pretty tricky. And the solution that I kind of thought of, and then immediately apparently Austin John had come to the same conclusion, so then I just kind of looked at what he did kind of thing. I was like, I think the Pokemon we need is Crawdaunt. And then he posted a video saying, Crawdaunt, that's the solution. But basically, in game theory, a funny thing is I used one of my extra Crawdaunts that I've caught from the Dynamax Adventures on these streams in that Dynamax Adventure. So yay for the spreadsheet arena and all that stuff. So, yeah. Okay. So anyway, guys, gals, non-binary pals, you guys know this, but I'll put it anyway, because it has only been like a bit more than a week or whatever that we've had our current set of tickets. So our current set of tickets, Bo won using his big, meaty claws. Actually, it was my big, meaty jaws, because I had the Crawdaunt use Crunch. And actually, what I did is I traded the Crawdaunt to Michelle, because me and Michelle usually raid together. Because I had a really bulky Torterra, and I was like, well, if I use my bulky Torterra, that would be really good as like a support Pokemon, and then you can use Crawdaunt and it can do the heavy lifting. So it was a winning strategy. And yes, the Primeape with Anger Point and Ghost Terra is a super interesting strategy. Part of me wonders if you could do the same with Crocodile, because it does resist like Dark and Rock and Ghost, but then I guess maybe it would use Earthquake over and over, and then that wouldn't work very well, so I don't know. Anyway, Bark. So anyway, Bark. So let's do this thing. Oh, Conowat, hi. Conowat, hi. Welcome. I feel like it's been a little while, but forgive me if I'm wrong. I mean, you've commented on posts and stuff like that, so I don't mean it's been like forever since we've like said hi to one another, but I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you in a stream, but forgive me if you're like, I was here yesterday. Okay, so so our current tickets, hang on, I just talked instead of talking about the tickets. Our current tickets are for Thunderous, Euxie and Blacephalon. I actually think Euxie may be like the one we kind of focus on doing first a bit more, just because there are fewer people who can do it, but we'll see how it goes. So Euxie, Thunderous, and Blacephalon. So what I need you guys to do is just do the usual. I need you to write strike, and then say I can do, and then let me know who you can do out of those three: Thunderous, Euxie, and Blacephalon. Ready, set, bow, all that lovely stuff. Let me know who you can do, okay? And then there we go. I'm just going to test one thing with my microphone. Okay, that does work. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Right, let me get the old spreadsheet Reno, and then we'll see how it goes. Oh, I need to turn the brightness down on my phone. No wonder why that was, like, so bright. Okie dokie. So, let's see what we got. Okay, we've got a load of Blacephalons. Okay, hang on. So Blacephalon, Thunderous, anything. Blacephalon, Kiba can do anything. Animate Bow holding the subscribe button. That sounds pretty wild. Okay, let's see what we got here. Hang on, do I have a window open or is it just noisy? I think it's just noisy outside. Hang on. Kiba can do any. Kieran can do any. So, Kevin, would you be able to do a Euxie if we did it first, or are you saying, like, no? Like, are you saying I'm going to be back in, like, 2 seconds, or are you saying, like, you know, I won't be able to do anything if I'm eating? Like, what? Or whatever. Okay, anyway, Buck, let's actually add people to the list of available people list, and then I can, like, proceed to actually then, like, assign teams. So hang on. So we've got Kevin, we've got Onlara, we've got Kieran, sorry, I'm, like, tapping wrong buttons and stuff. And then, Gage and Kiba. Kiba. Kiba, did I say hi to you? I think you might have come in, like, a second after everyone else, but I might not have said hi. If I didn't, I apologize. Okay, let's just check. Oh, is that all the comments? Because maybe Kevin's like not replying because Kevin's like getting his food, but yeah. Okay, I did. Yay. Well, you're so nice. I'm saying it twice. Okay, let me just move my character around so the screen doesn't go dark. Okie doke. So, let's see. Right, hang on. Do we maybe... I think we maybe want to try and open up... Oh, Kevin's back. Okay, Kevin, would you be good to do a Euxie and, like, right now, like, first one of the day? Because what I'm thinking is that if we have, say, you, Kieran, and Kiba... that could be a Euxie, and then we could do, like, Blacephalon second, and we could do that with, like, Onlara and Gage and, like, whoever else shows up. So, this is what I've got written down. Team 1, Euxie, Kevin, Kieran, Kiba. It's all the Ks. Team 2, Blacephalon, Onlara, and Gage. Does that sound good? Does that make sense? Have I annoyed anyone? Have I done anything that has annoyed you guys, or that you can't do, or you're like, I explicitly said no to that, and yeah, I've assigned you it anyway. Let me know. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Otherwise, I now declare us all husband and wife, and we're going to click on the Ycom, and then yeah, so we're going to connect to the internet on the Ycom, and then we're gonna talk to the nice lady. And then we're gonna start with Euxie. So this is gonna be Kieran, Kevin, and Kiba. Kiba, it's a name you should know. And then we'll take it from there. Did you catch Euxie? No, but I'm married. Okay, so let's start with a code. Let's go 0328 and then 0211. How about that for a code? That's That's completely wild and unpredictable if you've been watching these for 8 months. Because yes, in a few days, next week, guys, is going to be the 8-month anniversary of the Strike streams. And yesterday, that's the thing, because yesterday we're testing out a mic, I didn't really get a chance to get into all this. But yesterday was 8 months since the beginning of just the strike, the video game voice actor strike. Wow, 8 months in. I think the previous video game strike was like 7 and a bit or something, so this is now longer. Dachi. But yeah. So hang on. Yeah, did you reunite? Did you reunite our heroes? No, but I'm married. Okay, Astro, hi, welcome. Jibanyan's cool. And whoever was the little blue cat who had the little southern accent, he was cute as well. Okay, Yuxi. Yuxi has the levitate ability, like Cryogonal. Who knew that? But no, Yuxi has the levitate ability, so no ground moves. Just stick to Dark, Ghost, and Bug. I would say in that order of preference, but it's all good. And it is a bulky boy, so yeah, those Ghost and Darks are definitely better to get if we can get them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yes, anyway. It has now been 8 months since we have been on strike. That is currently drama-free at the moment. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, between the 8 months and between some stuff that's been going on, and that admittedly I am not really that cued into because I'm just not really on social media anymore. Well, I'm on Threads, but like Threads is its own little thing in the corner, and I just kind of use it for like loads of political stuff, and like there's like no voice actor stuff on there. Okay. But a bug type without a bug move. That's always fun. Dreadnought does have a bug move, and Dugtrio is a ground type, so I'm going to go with Dreadnought. And Lampant has Skittersmack. The blue cat. I don't think that was its name. But I can't remember. He looks like Jibanyan, but he's like light blue. And it was like a name that sounded cute if you say it in like a southern accent. Meanwhile, every other social media is on fire. I mean, kind of from what I hear. It was like a light blue. Did it begin with a J? I can't remember. Oh, Malamar is better than Drifblim because Drifblim doesn't have any ghost moves. Plus, there is like a Lipid or something on the right here as well. So if we go to the right, if we go all the way to the right here, then that could be good. And then there is an Armaldo at the end. Shogunyan, maybe that's it. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. We'll try and look it up when we get a chance. So that's the thing. I don't know all the different things. Like, when people say people can be mean, I don't know, like, say, which factions of people are being mean or whatever. But let's talk about the strike a bit. Let's just talk about the strike, and what I'm about to say is more a general thing and nothing to do with stuff that's been going on, like, lately. This is just general strikey stuff or whatever. We are at this point now, 8 months in, where, yeah, we have had games that have been silent for a while. We have had roles that have been replaced. There are going to be more roles that are going to get replaced. Heads up. We've had, like, recycled clips used instead of new voice lines. So all these things that I've been saying for months, like, we're going to see these things, we've been seeing them. Whoop-de-doo, big surprise. And, yeah, I'll try not to get into the specifics of the recent drama, but, although if you feel like I'm beginning to, I guess, let me know. But yeah, a bunch of these things, and the thing I've kind of said, that I feel like I've said all the time, oh crud, I just boosted its special attack. And we've just boosted its special attack a second time. But we can't help it. It's ×4 super effectives. We gotta go for it. But yeah. So, no, exactly. No, Ready the Hammer for me. But like, basically, oh, Night Slash, more like a Fight Slash, hang in there, lampant. Okay, so, but basically, a thing I've said is, if voices get replaced, if, you know, if things go silent and stuff like that, you guys have power to, like, let these companies know. Like, if there are, like, official YouTube trailer uploads, you know, you guys have the power to say something in a polite way, in a way that is not, like, too aggressive. Like, when I say not too aggressive, I mean, you can sort of have, like, passion kind of thing, but without being, like, violent or threatening or anything like that. You can, like, show passion. Okay, so who do we want instead of... Do we want to get rid of Doug Trio here? Because... Or... Okay. Oh, no, because we are going to... Oh, no, actually, no, this is fine. This is fine. Because, no, this is fine. Because I forgot, we have 3 good switches coming up. We've got Lipard. We've got Lipard and Armaldo. So this is actually fine here. Oh, Thievul. Sorry, it's Thievul, not a Lipard. But yeah, we've got Thievul here, and then we've got Armaldo afterwards, and, like, they're both really good. And if we just switch, like, you know, like, Doug Trio for, say, Thievul, if we switch, like, Doug Trio for Thievul, and then either Bouffalont or Dreadnought, maybe Bouffalont, just because, like, Skitter Smack could be more useful than, like, Assurance or whatever. Then, like, yeah, see, Nick did, and he'd do it again. So, no, Kevin, that was fine. I kind of forgot we had, like, three good switches ahead, so, like, it's fine, you know. It's just sometimes, you know, when we, like, it's like, we only have, like, 1 good switcher, so we gotta make sure we use it, you know, that kind of a thing. Anyway, Bark. So anyway, Bark. So, you know, the things that I've said is, you guys can let the companies know when they're, like, you know, a lot of these companies have official social media accounts and stuff, and you can leave comments, and you can say, hey, I hope you're able to work out a deal with voice actors and bring them back, or, like, or, you know, why did you replace this voice actor? I hope you're going to bring the original back. You know, stuff like, you know, you can sort of say, like, I hope this switch is only a temporary one. You know, stuff like that. You can say those kinds of things. And they're polite and not aggressive. And, you know, but it lets the companies know that, like, you're disappointed and that, like, it's not cool. And yeah, you know, so you can, like, let companies know that kind of stuff. And do it on, like, every social media platform that you are subscribed to these people on, you know. So I still maintain that, and, you know, it's like, and I think I've said this before, so I'll kind of say this, or I'll reiterate this, or whatever, but I'll add one thing to it that I might not have really said before. So I believe I've said before, like, look, I understand there are a lot of different reasons why voice actors may or may not take voiceover jobs, right? Whether it's in a strike or outside of a strike, okay? You know, there might be things where, you know, people are just really hard up, or, you know, whatever, or I don't... There are just loads of reasons why people may take a job or may pass up a job, or why someone may return to a role or may not return to a role, or take something for the first time, or whatever. And a thing I've kind of said as well is, like, look, there can be things where someone's, like, say if a project is, like, non-union, and then someone, like, joins the union and they have a load of success and they, like, can't do non-union stuff anymore. And so it's like, I'm not going to do this old role because it's non-union and I need to focus on, I want to focus on and just do, like, exclusively union stuff. Doug Trio, because you don't have a lot of health. And because Bouffalont, if Bouffalont can use, like, a Max Knuckle in the next battle, like, if we use, like, Max Knuckle, Night Slash, Razor Shell, that would be like a really winning strategy if we go to the left and do this Moldo here. And then that would be pretty good. But basically, I can see why they didn't allow Malamar to learn superpower. Yeah, it would just be, like, absolutely busted. It would be too good. It would just be, like, way too good. But I'll say this. There are a lot of reasons why people take jobs. There are a lot of reasons people leave jobs. You know, maybe they're sick and they can't really do the work anymore. Maybe they're no longer creatively fulfilled. I'll give you an example. Paddington 3. I haven't seen it, but from what I understand, Sally Hawkins is no longer the matriarch of the family, Mrs. Brown, but it's a role she gave up. She felt like she'd kind of done everything with that role. She wanted to move on to other things, and so the lovely Emily Mortimer took over the role, and it's like Sally Hawkins gave her blessing to that. Like, you know, Emily Mortimer didn't steal the role or anything. It was a role that was given up, and so it's fine to inherit that role. You know, if you are genuinely inheriting a role, that is okay. Although, there are certain circumstances where, you know, maybe if someone is kind of ousted, you're not really, like, inheriting it. You know, like, someone could kind of be, like, forced to retire from a role that they don't really want to give up. Like, but again, that's, like, nuanced and specific, and I'm not even thinking of a load of things when I make a statement like that. But I guess technically something like that could happen. But for the most part, you guys get what I'm getting at. The one thing that, yeah, if we do, like, a max Knuckle and then a max Steel Spike or whatever, then that could be pretty nifty. And Foul Play is good, because, yeah, our Moldo has good attack, so... okay, Razor Shell. More like raise some hell. But basically, and, you know, I have sort of talked about this before, but it's about scabs and scabbing. And, to be honest, there's only really, like, half a reason where, like, scabbing is okay, and I say half a reason because it's not really even like a full reason, and it's something someone could say, but say ingenuously or with insincerity. Sorry, I don't know if what I just said was a word, but you guys know what I mean. Anyway, stick with the physical moves now that we've got that max Knuckle up, and yeah, let's do this thing. But basically, scabs. Oh, actually, oh no, sorry, Malamar won't want to use physical moves. Yeah, ignore, because of the ability. Sorry, yeah, forgive me. Sorry, yeah, of course. Yeah, but a max Steel Spike will get the KO here, so it's fine. Max Flutter, bye, bye, bye. Oh, is it going to use that on Mal? Oh no, it's times 4 super effective. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh dear, Arceus, no. It used smart AI. But anyway, but I've sort of said, basically, the only time where, you know, scabbing could kind of half be okay is if a person is kind of, like, tricked into scabbing. Like, and these video game companies can be very sneaky. They can send out auditions, they can hide what the project is, they can hide what the character looks like, they can hide what the character's name is, they can hide what the dialogue is going to be, they can hide that there ever existed a previous person to do the role, and you can get people audition, and you can listen out for someone who's kind of close, and then just kind of be like, okay, that person's, like, close enough or whatever. And then you can bring them in, and you can, and then by the time they're, like, in the middle of a recording session, they can, like, figure out what it is or whatever, and then be like, oh, this isn't great. So boofalomp, 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 boofalomp. Yay! Excellent. So, because we'd already said boofalomp, but I just wanted to reiterate that. Weiss, hello, welcome. So, there's like that kind of a scenario, right? That's like kind of a scenario where, but I wouldn't really sort of call that like true scabbing kind of thing. I wouldn't really call that like a true scab if someone's like been like tricked into it with that kind of you know, when that kind of level of effort is put into, like, you know, tricking someone, I wouldn't even really want to call that a scab, because a scab is kind of more of a knowing, conscious thing, right? So, but that's my one, like, half excuse. If all those extremes have been met, then sure, fine. But when people are knowingly stealing, and it is stealing, a role from someone when they are on strike, that is not cool. Again, there are circumstances where someone may give up a role, or a role may be given up. Like, again, a person could die or something, right? These are all things that can happen. But not doing a role because of a strike is not giving up the role, okay? Pressing the pause button on something is not the same as pressing the stop button on something, or the kill button on something, okay? Like, they're very different things, and don't let anyone talk about those things as though they are the same, because they are not. And so, ultimately, like, you know, if you scab, and you are doing something that you know is a replacement, or that you know is gonna, like, have some controversy to it, kind of thing, like that you are taking over from someone else because of a strike, like you're stealing from someone because of a strike, I'm sorry, but just, that's not cool. And, you know, you are gonna face backlash for that. And again, I'm not gonna, like, you know, please, I'm not advocating for anything, like, aggressive or nasty or anything like that, but, you know, but it's like, you should be prepared to face backlash, because you do deserve it. And the thing as well, and I'm sorry, but if like, your excuse is something like, well, I have a family and I need to feed them, it's kind of like, well, if the only way for you to have a career, and this is any career, not just, like, acting or anything, if the only way for you to have a career in something is to steal work from people striking, to improve the, like, career itself, to improve the industry itself for the fellow workers in your community, if your only way of having a career is, and to be able to survive and have a career, is to steal from striking people, maybe you shouldn't be in that career. Maybe you're not good enough to, like, have that career. If you have to steal, then, you know, what does that really say about, like, your career and your abilities and everything? Like, I know that, like, the industry can be brutal and there are, like, elements of luck and stuff like that, but if you're knowingly stealing and scabbing from people, and I'm sorry if this sounds harsh, but, like, that's not cool. And I do not have, and regardless of your, again, unless you have been, like, super duper mega uber tricked into it, there's no excuse for it. Again, if you're like, well, I have, like, a family or something, well, then if things are really that bad with, like, your family, then maybe you need to do something where you have a more stable income or whatever. And I know it's hard to just go out there and get a job. I'm not, you know, saying that, like, you know, I want to get that in there before on Lara's like, hey, it took me a while to find a new job or whatever. Like, it's hard out there. And it's like, no, I know it is. Trust me. Like, again, the reason I do this is because I had difficulty finding, like, a, you know, stable job, as weird as that sounds. But it is one of those things where, like, but it's still not an excuse. Like, stealing is, you know, and again, as On Lara excellently puts here, the striking people also have families. Like, exactly. It's not, you can't, you know. So, it's just one of those things where, you know, it's not cool, and, you know, I do not advocate for anything that is, like, nasty or cruel or anything like that, but if anyone who scabs, like, gets found out or anything, I would say, if you want to write them a sort of polite note expressing, like, your utter disappointment in them, and, you know, let them know that what they've done is wrong, I'm not going to say no to that. Like, sorry. You know, I don't think we should be, like, silent when these people get found out. I don't think we should be totally silent. I don't think we should go all the other way, either. But I don't think that, like, being silent about it... And then there was also a note on Lara put about, like, undermining unions and stuff, which was also an excellent point as well. It greatly weakens the power of the union at the negotiating table. Developers are less willing to cave if they can get what they want without giving in. And that's the thing. And if people who scab don't really face any repercussions for it, either to like their career or whatever, again, as long as it's nothing nasty or aggressive or anything like that, right? I'm just talking about things like career or their sense of self-esteem or how much they are respected by other people. If people don't face repercussions for that, then yeah, game companies are going to do this. They are going to scab. And so, you know, so it's just one of those things where, yeah. Malamar, no. Thievel, no. Armaldo is an Armal, no. But will we get the Golden Yuxi? Oh, no. But it's got the colours of Ukraine, and we support Ukraine here at Beauvo Games, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so Malamar, no. Thievel, no. Armaldo is an Armal, no. And there we go. Let me just check the old spreadsheetery, no. And then we'll move on to Team 2. Oh, why is my phone not turning on? That was a bit scary for a second. Ha ha ha. No, Mr. Spreadsheet. Don't do that, Mr. Spreadsheet. Spread me a sheet. Bum, 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 bum. Right, I don't need Malamar. I don't need Thievel. And I don't need Armaldo, do I? Do any of these have a good nature or anything like that? Are any of these good in 7-star raids? I mean, Malamar is. This is a modest Malamar. Maybe we could go for the modest Malamar. I'll go for a modest Malamar, why not? But let's just check all those symbols as well. No sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there, and no sparkles there. But yeah, let's just get a Malamar, because Malamar's a funny old fellow. But yeah, anyway, Bug. So let's just see. No shiny. I blame the strike. I blame greedy corporate executives for putting the odds at 1 in 100 instead of 1 in 99. So yeah, spread me a sheep. What? Kieran, we'll do some maths in a second to figure out what kind of odds you're at. Okay. So, saved progress. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. So, we'll keep the Yuxi ticket. Okay, so we're about to do Blacephalon. Okay, but we actually need to find out, is there anyone who wasn't already listed on Team 2 who would like to do Blacephalon? And, like, let me know how many times you've played and if you can do a Blacephalon. So, because we currently have Onlera and Gage. So Onlera and Gage are good, but if we have anyone who can do a Blacephalon, and would like to do a Blacephalon, let me know right now. Ready, set, bow, all that stuff. If there are any, like... Weiss. Excellent. Perfect. It's done. Dusted, kippers, custard, all that stuff. Weiss is nice. Thank you, Weiss. I was going to say, I know we had a few people come by, but I just couldn't remember all the people and what tickets they can do. Excellent. Okay. Weiss to the rescue. I like it. Okay. So... right, please make sure you're connected to their internet on the Wycom, and then talk to the nice lady. And then we're going to say anything goes, but I'll select Blacephalon, not Jones. And then we'll get a code going, shall we? 03280223 there we go. 03240234. I want some more. But yeah, 03280234. So it's 03280234. And there we go. So here we go. Right. We got an Onlara over there. Sorry. I like rhyming. Okay. But yeah, and then Gage and Artemis. Perfect. Excellent. So you guys know this, but I'll say it for the benefit of anyone watching. Like the video if you haven't. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. I don't know if we're in any kind of crab cake popsicle situation, but please, if you haven't clicked like on the video, could you please click like on the video? It does just help out so much. Particularly if you like playing along, and if you've gotten shinies before on the channel or anything, it really does just help out. Okay, so Blacephalon is week 2. Ghost, ground, dark, rock, and water. I would say in that order from worst to best. It's very frail, so no need for their stat moves or anything like that. We can just kind of attack this thing, really. Okie doke. So, Oh, a Rangaroo. I can do a Rangaroo strats. That's always fun. Need a King Jones. Oh, and Gastrodon. Nice. That went from like, wow, there's like nothing here, to like, oh my gosh, those two are great. That went from like 0 to everything very quickly. And then Mr. Mime's like, okay. But Mr. Mime does have Helping Hand, which can be a good helping hand, honestly. Vikavolt! I do need Vikavolt for the old spreadsheet Areno. So if there's nothing to the right, maybe we could go for... Actually, okay, there is like more... no, that's Dedenne to the right, so we don't want Dedenne. And we don't want a Scavalier. And there is a Parsian to the left. Guys, we have to go for the Vikavolt to the left. We have to go to the Vikavolt for the left. Yes! Spreadsheet Areno! To the rescue. Plus, okay, Vikavolt does have the levitate ability. I don't say that patronizingly, I just say that because I'm the ding-dong who tried to attack a Cryogonal yesterday, whilst it was in the air, like it just don't care. So, fire punches over high horsepowers and such and such. I am going to Dynamax here, so stay away from any quick attacks or anything like that. Yeah, here we go. I am going to... Which one of these is better? They're about the same. I'll just use one of each. Was it a Morpeko? I thought it looked more like a Dedenne. Morpeko kind of has like a... I don't know, like a squarishness to it. And Dedenne's kind of like little and round. I thought it was Dedenne rather than Morpeko. Because, like, Morpeko's kind of got, like, a long squareness to it. And I thought it looked little and round. We'll have to look at the replay. Like, when I check the audio later to see how the audio turned out in this stream, I'll check to see if it's a Dedenne. Ooh, helping handing a Rangaroo. Okay. We are playing Who's That Pokemon? Do. Right, Max Mind Stop! There was no tail. Can you see, is Dedenne's tail that visually kind of present? Ooh, we're going for a risky Rock Tomb. Okay, and then we'll do another Max Mind Storm. So we should get a KO here, basically, if we just kind of do what we did again. Now that we've got that terrain up. So yeah, Psychic Terrain, baby! And then Fire Punch, nice. No, Gage, that's what I was saying. That yeah, like Dedenne has the tail, and so I was like, is a Dedenne's tail like that noticeable and distinctive within its silhouette? Because it's a bit like with like Kadabra, you can't see Kadabra's ears at all in its silhouette, so I just mean it in like that way. Like, can you really see a Dedenne's tail in the silhouette that much, despite it, say, being like behind it or whatever? I mean, I'll take your guys' word for it. But nevertheless, I still think that, well, unless the water in the top left is like a Pukumuku, I still maintain that a Parsian could be pretty good. So we don't want the Vikavolt. Yeah, we don't want Vikavolt against Blacephalon. But we do want the Parsian, and we could always double switch for Vikavolt, I guess. Because it's super effective against Parsian. But we just don't want Vikavolt for, like, the Blacephalon. We might want it for the Parsian, but we don't want it for, Blacephalon. Okay, let's see what we got here. Maybe that is Morpeko? I guess so. Anyway, let's see what we got. Oh, it's a Marsh Stomp. Oh, Marsh Stomp is, pretty nifty. I prefer Marsh Stomp to Cramorant only has Dive, which isn't really that great. So I think Parsian and Marsh Stomp is definitely a better team than, like, Morpeko and Cramorant anyway. Morpeko is pretty good. I like Morpeko, but I still think this is the right way to go, even if my initial assumption was wrong kind of thing. Like, I think these two are still better than the actual two they are, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to go with the Shellbow. I actually might switch my Oranguru. I actually might switch my Oranguru now that we have two good options. But yeah. But anyway, my mistake. I apologize. There is a thing where, although I don't always explicitly say it, there is a bit of a thing where some Pokemon are so kind of, because some of the silhouettes are similar and their types are similar and stuff. Like when we're choosing between like a Persian, a Thievul, and what's the other thing? I feel like there's a third thing sometimes that we can say, but regardless of whether like it's a Persian or a Thievul, because sometimes until you see, sometimes until you actually like see the actual like sometimes the fog can kind of cover the silhouette, and it can be a bit of a pain. So it's like we all have a different experience, like seeing what we see kind of thing. And so sometimes you might not always be able to tell a Pokemon right away, but it's one of those things where, like there are some Pokemon who are kind of similar in their silhouettes, but it still kind of ultimately amounts to the same thing when picking them. It's like, well, if we didn't want a Thievul, it wouldn't be like, oh, it was a Persian instead of Thievul? Oh, well then we should have gone for that. It's like they kind of ultimately do for a lot of Pokemon. For a lot of the things we're interested in, they ultimately amount to the same thing. You know, it's like whether we're facing, like, you know, if we're facing a Blacephalon, we're never like, oh guys, we don't want Thievul, but we definitely want Persian. You know, it's the same thing. And so, like, Dedenne, Morpeko, Emolga's a little bit different, but if we were looking at like pure electric types, it would be the same thing. So yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna go with like Gastrodon now because I don't know what Gastrodon did, but I just wanted to wait a turn and see what everyone did. Okay, Faint. All of you Pokemon look the same to me. Not all of them. It's just some of them in the fog. Guess I forgot to put the fog lights in. Also, I got fog in Charlie, by the way. So that's kind of fun. Right, instruct! Gastrodon, do your thing! Gastrodon, bring me a pizza. Oh, it didn't work. I tried. Oh, and a crit! See, you're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? Please don't sue me, Disney. Or Dwayne. Okay. Lovely. You love to see it. Why did we switch Dedenne? Because I confused everyone by talking about Dedenne. That's why. Okay. So, hopefully we beat this thing in 3 turns. I've noticed we don't have a whole lot of power here. Do you know what the funny thing is? We probably should actually be using Helping Hand on the Gastrodon, and the reason why is because Gastrodon is getting 2 attacks in rather than 1. Like, by using Helping Hand on Nidoking, we only get the benefit of it once, whereas if we use it on Gastrodon, we get it twice. Because we did do that experiment one time to see if Helping Hand, like, works twice when you use Instruct, and we did we believe it to work multiple times. So, oh, okay. 1 Skittle Smack. 2 Skittle Smack. Oh gosh, the Life Orb, the poor Life Orb. But we did it. So well done, Team 2. We made it through. Oh gosh, Life Orbs. But anyway. Yeah, I can promote it from jail. Yeah, Life Orbs are definitely better on, like, near the end or on, like, very hard hitters in, like, where you're not going to be, like, attacking constantly. So, yeah, if I'd have been paying more attention there rather than, like, singing Disney songs, I probably would have... But at the same time, I didn't have anyone else to use Instruct on. Like, I could only use it on Gastrodon. So, yeah. Okay, but if Gastrodon switches... Oh, no, wait, no, Gastrodon can't switch, can it? Mr. Mime could switch? Unless Gastrodon wants to switch. Unless Gastrodon wants to switch, because I could just keep Oranguru. I could keep Oranguru, then Gastrodon, as long as someone switches it, Yeah, okay. But I maintain, if Gastrodon doesn't die here, it could still switch for the Marshtomp. And then, because I don't mind keeping a Rangaroo. It's a pretty good Pokemon to have for a Blacephalon. We don't need to, like, risk Gastrodon dying just so that we can have an extra water type in the team, you know? What do I want here? A weakness policy? Yeah, Shelbar's fine. If Gastrodon can switch to a Citrus Berry, though, that'd be kind of hilarious. Oh, a Quick Claw, okay. But yeah, we could just switch Gastrodon at the end of this turn. It's still worth Dynamaxing, for sure. And it's probably still worth setting up the rain for everyone and stuff. So... No, it's okay, Gage. Sorry, I wasn't, like, criticizing that. I was just making a joke. Like, this would be an amazing time for the game to give you a Citrus Berry. But yeah, the items aren't always that great. And, yeah, it is what it is. Shade Van Fan, hi, welcome. Good to see you. How you doing? Whenever I see the cow, I go, how you mooing? But yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry, all that... So about, like, 10 minutes ago, I finished my rant on, like... Well, not my rant, but my sort of exposition on... my lengthy exposition on scabbing, and why it's, like, just not really a forgivable thing, and why it's not cool, and why it's just bad for multiple reasons, and yeah. Okay. Here we go. Or should I say here we go? Right, Psychic. Defense down? No, okay. Well, special defense down. Oh, Max, don't you dare go for Gastrodon. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't do that either, though. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Well, that's not great, is it? Nidoking. Nido, no. You can't spell Nidoking without no. Okay, but here's the Potato Geyser. Do it, Gastrodon! Kadoosh! Nice! Okay. Right, well done, everyone. Just keep doing what you're doing. I have faith. Maybe Gastrodon will get a Quick Claw Clutch here. That would be pretty awesome. If we got Quick Claw Clutch, 2, 4, 6, 8 on there as cheer is so great. Oh, no, it's feeble. Dang. Right, Assurance. I wish Gastrodon wasn't an all-out attacker so you could max guard. Yeah, but, like, the thing is, then the battle would just go on extra turn anyway, so it would kind of just, like, delay the inevitable, basically. And plus, I got hit anyway. Oh, come on, was that a crit? That had to be a crit, right? What? That wasn't a crit? Ay. Anyway, Gastrodon should finish this up here. Show me Potato Geyser. Hello, welcome. Welcome. Happy Friday, to the extent that Fridays are awesome, which is very much so. But yeah, no, welcome. So, we want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Ash, catch them. But yeah, if Gastrodon wants to... Because I think, are we down to, like, 1 life now? So, if we're down to... Gastrodon actually, like, needs to switch here, I would say. I would say Gastrodon, like, needs to switch here. For the Marshtomp. For the Mash, it is the Monster Mash. But yeah, if Gastrodon switches, yeah. And then, because I'm immune to Ghost, and I'm resistant to Psychic, and the cat's going... Hang on. I'm going to deal with the cat, guys. Hang on. Yeah, he was getting really loud. Okay, anyway, Buck. So, who am I faster or slower than? That is the question. 103, 135... Okay, so I'm slower than Persian and Nidoking. Okay, so basically, I can use Instruct on Nidoking, and this should be fine. Because I'm slower. Okay, sorry about that. What was that scream bow? Oh, that was just me doing my, like, monster noise or whatever. It's like, it's what something sounds like when it Dynamaxes. Okay. Both sound like a Krogan. Yeah, no, I can, yeah. It's kind of the thing I do if I do, like, a Krogan compression. Okay, so I need to have water, because I have not hydrated for the past 50 minutes. Okay, waterfall. Nice. Right, it's using Taunt. Which it doesn't do every time, but we're grateful for the times that it does. Right, Max Darkness. I think we're going to one turn, as long as high horsepower hits, which I know I'm jinxing by saying that. But... Right, high horsepower. More like a high Norse power. If I had used Psychic here, I probably would have got KO, but oh well. Instruct! Nidoking! KO it! Do that again! And don't miss! No! I jinxed it! No! 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 Okay. Oh no! But Persian will be able to finish it here though, right? Like Persian's fast, so... this will be fine, it'll be fine. I definitely jinxed it. The game could hear. My new microphone went into the computer, and then the computer fed down through this other USB cable into the Elgato, and then the Elgato told the Switch. The Elgato is a snitch and told the Switch, hey, Bo's gonna use Instruct on high horsepower. Make it miss. And that's what happened. So, even when Bo uses other people's Pokemon, he misses. Kevin, I love it. So, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars, guys. The clown is down. We did it. And if you haven't liked the video, please like the video. We just beat a boss. We just beat a boss. We had like 1 life left. Because we had a bit of a weird run, didn't we? But we did it. That was a weird run, but it was still fun. Team 2, very nicely done. Very nicely done. Very nicely done indeed. But there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, Vikavolt is needed for the old spreadsheet arena, but is not shiny. Persian is not shiny. Although, if I get a shiny, that means we don't get the Vikavolt. So maybe I don't want a shiny. Marshtomp is not shiny. But, will we be getting the Vikavolt? Or will we be getting the Midnight Cosmic Disco Ball Blacephalon? No, because it's an Ultra Beast. Why would I ever get a shiny Ultra Beast? This is getting a little bit ridiculous. Like, we're almost into April here, guys. I've been doing Blacephalon since November. This is getting bad. We got to do some maths for myself and Kieran in a sec. So no sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there, and no sparkles there. Let's just check. Well, actually, no. I know I need Vikavolt, but let me just check that I definitely need a Vikavolt. For the well, it's more. It's not that I need to check the spreadsheet arena. It's more I need to delete Vikavolt off of the old spreadsheet arena. So I just need Dubwool, Lurantis, Lampant, Lopunny, Exploud, and then Sudowoodo, Dunsparce, Skarmory, Jigglypuff, Magmar, and if possible a male Butterfree. But that doesn't matter as much. The cat is going nuts again. I may need to deal with him. Someone needs a spraying. Right, okay. Because he's already had a spaying. Right, so would you like to take Vikavolt? 3, 2, 1, Beyblade. Yeah, that'll do. I'm always so afraid of like picking the wrong thing. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, saving. Welcome back. Would you like us to keep a record of where you found the Blacephalon? Yes, I would. Okay, guys, gals. Cat is upset over the lack of shinies. I wish. No, he's just a jerk. Because he ordered anchor arms, and yeah, he's a jerk. I was about to do exclamation point jerk, but no, I mean template. Because guys, we still have Thunderous to go. So could you guys let me know if you're interested in a Thunderous? Do strike in big capital letters, the number of times you have played today, because we will prioritize strike zeros. And then let me know if you can do a Thunderous. Ready, set, bow, all that stuff. Yes! Oh, hang on. Well, you can do a Thunderous, right? I think you were maybe anticipating a wild card, but we're still doing the regular tickets. But okay. So let's get the old spreadsheet Reno. Let's add M to it. Wow. Oh. Okay. So is it really going to be M on Lara and Kevin? Oh no, Weiss is chirping in now as well. Excellent. So we might need to do the Nightbot negative selection game. Which I still need to think of a jingle for. Guys, if you can think of, like... Okay, so for, like, the regular thing, it's, like, the Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. Is there, like, some kind of... I don't know, like dun 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 dun. Like that's obviously like, you know, like a sort of more down kind of tune, but I can't be like Nightbot negative selection game. That's not very good, but something like in that kind of vein, right? Okay, so we're gonna have. Okay, so we're gonna have a quick. 1 is on Lara, 2 is Kevin, and 3 is Weiss. Oh, if my computer can bother to type this in, it'd be nice if it actually bothered to type the stuff I'm typing, and if instead of typing Kevin, it was Quivin. Quivin, you're not playing. So all 3 of you get to play. It's just Quivin who doesn't get to. Okay. So if you guys have any ideas for the Nightbot negative selection game, let me know. On Lara, Kevin, Weiss, this is going to be the Nightbot random selection game. This is going to decide our substitute, the two people who are not mentioned here will be our lucky winners. So, right, 3, 2, 1, bad luck, everybody. Get it? Instead of good luck, I'm wishing you bad luck. It's on Lara, who will not be going over there. I'm sorry, that's terrible. But on Lara, it does mean that you get to do a wild card, which I suspect you might be okay with. Unless you're like, no, I need to leave in like 20 minutes. In which case, like, well, you should have said. But okay, so we're going to have M, Kevin, no, not Kieran, Kevin. I really need to change Silver to Kevin, because it's just Kevin. But anyway, Weiss is nice with extra rice. Okay, yeah, so this is going to be M, Kevin, and Weiss. We're going to be doing Thunderous. Yeah, we'll do Pheromosa. That's a nice, quick, easy one, isn't it? Okay, so... the internet. Make sure you're connected on the Ycom. Make sure you talk to the nice scientist lady. And then we're going to say anything goes. But I'm going to select Thunderous. Yesterday, I wished a friend happy birthday. And he got back to... like on Facebook. Like as like a wall post, you know. And he got back to me today. And he was like, thanks, Bo. And he was like, I've like tuned into your streams a couple of times. And like they're fun or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's good. Or I've watched them. That's like nice of him, isn't it? I'm always worried that I'm boring, and particularly on the days where I'm like stressing out about various things, and then my brain is gone. Okay, 03280300. Okay, so 03280300. As a reminder, this is M, Kevin, and Weiss, I believe, right? Is that what I said? M, Kevin, Weiss. So we should have back Kevin, Artemis. Not necessarily in that order, but that's what we should have. So hopefully that makes sense. Right. Is that the order I said it in, Kevin, Back, and Artemis? Thank you for doing it in order. Not that you guys have any control over that, but still, that's kind of funny and impressive, really. That's like a 1 in 6 chance if that was totally random. Okay, Thunderous is an electric and flying type, which means it is weak to rock and ice, which is nice, like Weiss. But if we can't find those, ground is obviously the absolute best thing to have defensively. But also, like, the typical resistors of dragon, grass, and electric can be very good as well. Like, they're good defensively, they resist electric. Watch out, because Thunderous does have Weather Ball. It likes to use Rain Dance and Weather Ball, but obviously in sandstorms and in hail, that it can get a bit spicy as well. So just, like, watch out for all that and stuff. Funnily enough, a sun team could be pretty good, because, like, it tries to use thunder, and, like, thunder in the sun is bad. The Thunder Sun, the Sunder, whatever. Beartic is an ice type. Eldegoss has Weather Ball. But yeah, I don't know. And it's a grass type. Oh, Aurorus is rock and ice. And Righteous Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod was the one thing I hadn't said about. Lightning Rod is... Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! The one time I forgot to say about Lightning Rod. The one time. Okay, never mind. Maybe there's a main trick here. We have a perfectly good team here. So I'm not worried. There is a Gmax there's Toxtricity and Cryogonal on the right. Do we want to maybe head towards them or something? I don't know. Oh, okay, we've gone for the Vespiquen. Maybe we can still work our way to the right. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because it would be nice to have something a little bit better than Eldegoss, but yeah. Okay, Vespiquen. Oh, hang on. I don't know who's faster between Eldegoss and Beartic, but I'm going to set up the hail here. And if I'm faster than Eldegoss, then you can just go with Weather Ball. Well, you might want to just go with Weather Ball immediately anyway. But 90... no, I'm the slowest one, so ignore all that. But you probably still want to use... Well, you could go with a Cotton Guard or something if you wanted. But... Blizzard, more like a wizard. Okay. But no, basically, we've got a pretty good... I think we've got a pretty good team for a Tornadus here already. Like, I think if we had this team, we would win. But obviously, it's nice when you have things you can switch for, because one time where we have lost Dynamax Adventures is where we've had a really good team immediately, but then you have to, like, use up all your health and all your PP for the 3 fights beforehand. And that can be, like, an issue. Well done just going for the safe Accelerock there, because, you know, we don't really need to, like, you know, worry about it. And that's the thing, and Vespiquen has pressure, under pressure, so that can, like, suck as well. And the cat's going nuts again. I might have to spray him in a minute. Because, like, this is the cat who has, like, no sense of, like, oh, I did something wrong. Like, and like, you can't, like, phase him. Like, with the other cats, you can be like, blah, and they'll be like, ah, and they'll, like, scarper. But, like, you know, or you can walk a bit too quick, and they're a bit like, ah, cheese it. But, like, but this is the cat who, like, you know, you can be like, ah, boogity boogity boogity. Like, ah, I'm gonna step on you. Better watch where I'm putting my foot, because I'm planting my foot down, and I'll step on you if you don't move. He just, like, does not move. The one thing that, like, he doesn't like is, like, spray bottles. So it's the one thing we can do to, like, deter his bad behavior. For he is a bad boy. And yeah, no, well done for saving the Stone Edge. More like an over the stone hedge. Because, yeah, Vespiquen has pressure. Under pressure. And that can be a problem. But we shouldn't have any more pressure Pokemon. So, yeah, this will be fine. If we ironically end up losing this because of not having Lightning Rod, that'll be hilarious. The one time I forgot to mention it. The thing with Thunderous is that electric and flying is such an awkward combination. And there are so many different things to say. Like, okay, like, so it's weak to rock and ice. Ground is obviously great defensively. But then, like, dragon, grass, and electric are nice defensively as well. But then additionally, it's like lightning rod is like lightning rod and ground are like the best things. But then as well, you like look out for like, you know, spread, like it does have a couple of spread moves, so maybe wide guard could work. But then like lightning rod is great if it doesn't use discharge and it just goes for like thunder or max lightning, very, very frightening. And then it does have like sludge wave and it likes to set up the rain, and but be aware if you have a different weather condition that can then mean that like it's weatherable. It's just like, oh my gosh. So there's too many things. Cat is the ultimate chicken player. Yeah, basically, because he doesn't even know he's playing the game. Like, he doesn't realize quitting is an option. Oh, okay, so we can go for Cryogonal after this. That's pretty nifty. So who do we want in the meantime? Not Octillery, I would say. I think we probably just want to do the Kangas. Kangas gone. Because it's not super duper effective against, like, the rest of our team. Is there a scientist after this? Is there a scientist? Because maybe what we could do, maybe we could switch Eldegoss here for the scientist, and then if it's a good switch, we could switch something else for Cryogonal, and if it's a bad switch, we could switch just the whatever is the crummy scientist for Cryogonal. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to body press because I just don't really have anything better to do here. Eldegoss can use Weather Ball here to, like, rock sandstorm type stuff. So just keep that in mind versus blowing Leaf Storm in, like, turn 1. But we'll see how it goes. Okay. But we do have to finish this battle quickly if we're going to be setting up a sandstorm, don't we? Okay, under pressure is no longer an issue anymore, so at least we can go with, like, Stone Edges here. Well, Stone Edge, Max Rockfall. Right, here we go, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Max Rockfall! Max Rockfall! Okay, that did an okay amount. Kevin's like, this is Clifford, and he is my big stone dog. I love Clifford, the big rock dog. Oh, gosh, what are you doing, Kangaskhan? Right, Weather Ball, yes! Oh, that didn't do very much, though. But at least we can go with, like, a Leaf Storm on, like, turn 2 or whatever, maybe, but you just never want to blow your Leaf Storms on, like, turn 1. Although maybe we might want to hold off on Leaf Storm until turn 3. Oh, I don't know. It's too hard. I trust you, Weiss, to do whatever. Actually, no, the Leaf Storm could be the difference between victory and defeat here. Ah, gosh. Because it's like almost at halfway. It's like almost at halfway. Okay, here we go. Max Sandstorm. A crit would have been nice. We really need like a crit here. Oh, there's the Weather Ball. Oh, Thunder is... does Sandstorm affect Thunder? I don't think it does, but... okay, lucky crit, but like, oh man, I think like a Body Slam probably would have been the winner there, wouldn't it? Then like Thunder. Oh, here comes the Quake. No! Oh, are we going to lose 2 Pokemon here? Dang. And let the storm rage on. Well, Elder Gossang's in there! So we might actually be able to win this. If we get like a Leaf Storm that hits, I know I've just jinxed it. But if we do, then like this could be game, set, match. This could be game... well, actually no, Lycanrock's going to finish it, isn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8. Is this Cheer feeble or feeble? Oh no! Kangaskhan got rid of its paralysis. Will he use a Sucker Punch? Mullica Sucker Lunch? Oh no, it did! I jinxed it again, but it went for Lycanrock, so it's fine. Right, here's the Max Rock Ball. We did it! Well done, Team 3. Okay, so... you came in like a Kangaskhan. Well done, everyone. That was kind of close, but as long as we do Eldegoss for the scientist, it's no problem. I mean, you could even do an unnecessary double switch with the Kangas card if you like, for Kangas card and then for the scientist. But as long as like Elder Goss switches for the scientist in a sec, like it's fine. Either way, but right, okay. Yeah, safety switch in case something goes wrong with the science. But yeah, so then if Artemis now, if we now get like a Weiss is nice and is trading twice. Yeah, you love to see it. So pointless switches, but like for the sake of amusement. Oh, Shinotic. To be honest, that's about the same as Eldegoss, to be honest, isn't it? It's like a grass type with Weather Ball. But yeah, if we go for Cryogonal... Okay, so if we ditch Shinotic for Cryogonal, then this will work, like, pretty nicely. Or should I say pretty icely? Please don't leave the stream. How are we doing, everyone? Bad Science. Isn't that a movie in a parallel universe? But anyway. Or is it actually the name of the movie? I can't even remember anymore. It's been a long time since I saw it. That's like one of those movies that you like hear about growing up, and then you're like, okay, well, you know, it's like one I was apparently supposed to watch in my childhood, so you like check it out, and now I can't remember anything about it. Okay. So, guys, gals, non-binary pals, let's do it. We're going to be max rockfall. Oh, we're going to be max rockfalling again, I assume, here, with, like, ancient power max rockfall, so that should be pretty good. Toxtricity does have Gmax in this mode, so, it would be good, because you could get, like, not paralysis. You could, in theory, in game theory, get some, free poison on the Thunderous, but I would rather have Cryogonal. I would rather have Cryogonal set up a Blizzard so that I could use Blizzard, like, for 100% accurate. And then, you know, the Hail would be good. So, too much pollen. Also, bees! Okay, Accelerock. Oh, it used Blizzard, but Lycan Rock dodges! Is the cat going nuts? Sheepers, he's going nuts again. Well, yeah, it shows the silhouette for the Pokemon normally. The silhouettes are normal, but then in battle, they're Gigantamaxed. So, like, Alcremie has, like, a really tiny silhouette, but then it's in the cake form once it's there. And, like, Dreadnought looks normal, and then its Dynamax is normal. Centiskorch is, like, normal, but then its Gigantamax is, like, different, and I don't know, yeah. They never, like... They never, like, overtly show the Gigantamaxing on the selection screen. So, yeah. But, here we go. Okay. Okay. Right, we're so close to winning this. Accelerock is accelerant. I don't know. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, but how ironic. The Sandstorm saved Lycanroc because that special defense boost. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Now that you mention it, I feel like I've seen Gmax Butterfree. But that's weird though, because like you never get a non-Gmax Toxtricity. And you never get a non-Gmax Centiskorch, and you never get a non-Gmax whatever else. The Gmaxes are locked in. Like, Alcremie, always Gigantamaxes. But that's weird. Now that you mention it, I feel like I've seen, like, a big winged Butterfree. Huh. Yeah, that's weird. I think you are right. I feel like I've seen a big winged Butterfree as well. But the Gmaxes are always locked in. I promise you I'm not lying about that. Like in terms of like their actual how they are in battle. Like you will never, if you have a Center Scorch in this mode and you Dynamax it, it will always be the G Max. You will never get like a D Max one. Weird. Maybe it's something to do with the gender difference? I don't know. So, Shinotic for Cryogonal, Shinotic, Cryogonal, Shinotic, Cryogonal, Shinotic, Cryogonal, we need the Cryogonal, no. Oh, no! That's the whole reason we went for it. Okay. Okay, well, if we pass on the Dynamax, I can set up the Ice. But we wanted the Ice because it was nice, and then it was going to give me 100% accurate blizzards. More like a wizard. Okay. I know that max overgrowth. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to Frost Breath rather than Blizzard. And we'll see how this goes. Right, it goes using a Weather Ball. That's fine. Stone Edge, more like over the hedge. A crit would have been nice, unless that was a crit. Right, Ancient Power. More like an Ancient Flower. We go for the Omni Boost. Okay. I wonder if a Body Slam would be more powerful. I actually don't know Thunderous's stats enough to know if it would be or not. And then Strength Sap. Thank goodness this guy does not have the Defiant ability. Okay, so here is me setting up my weather. Just call me Heather, because I'm setting up the weather. Yeah, so it's just Ball. Shinotic used Ball. Yes. Sorry, that was Xander who kind of led into that. But yeah. But yeah. Okay, here we go. It's fine, though. We're doing so well that even if we missed a Pokemon and all that other stuff, we're still gonna win. This is fine. It's fine. Right, do your worst, Thunderous. Please don't do your worst. Oh, gosh, it's doing its worst. No! 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 Okay, so things are less good now. My Dynamax had plenty of use. Thank you very much, Kevin. Okay. Right, Stone Edge. Can we get a crit? Yeah, I meant, like... I meant do its worst, as in, like, the suckiest thing it could do. How could that possibly have been misconstrued? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Do you want to know what the irony is? Earlier, I said if we end up losing this because we didn't have that Raichu, then, like, there you go. If we'd have had the Raichu, that Max Lightning wouldn't have happened. Oh, gosh. We need, like, the best cheers of all time here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, Kevin, that was great. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a good start. Now I need to capitalize on this. 2, 4. That sounds feeble. It was feeble. Oh no, that's times 4 super effective against Shinotic. No. Oh gosh. Oh, never mind. Guys, if we... I suppose this is a reminder, if we ever, like, want to change our mind about switches and stuff, I'm always happy to, like, talk them through, but we do need to, like, talk about it. Because we'd said repeatedly about, like, working our way to the Cryogonal and taking Cryogonal and having Cryogonal, and that was, like, the whole point. So, again, like, I'm always happy to talk these things out if anyone has any hesitancies about switching, but I don't know why we didn't, like, switch there and everything. And yeah, so... well, that's our first loss that we've had in a very, 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 very long time, unfortunately. But it happens. It does happen. Vespiquen is a no. Kangaskhan is a no. Cryogonal is not a dupe. Yeah, I didn't have... I'm playing the wrong Xenoblade, aren't I? No, Monado! To stop it. But yeah... But there we go. Okie dokie. So I'm going to just check the old spreadsheet-a-reno, even though I know that these are all a spreadsheet-a-re-no, because Vespercoin is not a Lopunny, Kangaskhan is not a Jigglypuff or a Magmar, and Cryogonal is not a Lampent. But nevertheless, let's check some stuff, and then we'll get onto the wild cards. So, that's not bad. That's pretty bad. And yeah, is Weiss all right? Because like we haven't actually like heard from Weiss, or anything. So okay, Kaz, hello, welcome, welcome. Okay, so Cryogonal, is I mean, why don't I go for the Cryogonal because we got a shiny one yesterday, and because it's the Pokemon that we should have taken. So we'll take it in honor of, you know, leaving you behind, like as to make up for the fact that we left you behind. Okay. So, well done facing such a tough opponent. Victory seems so close, I can almost taste it. I look forward to working with you again soon. Okay. So, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Could you let me know, maybe not if you're a strike 2, but we'll see. Maybe you could anyway. I'm going to just show the wild cards. If you guys have any wild card tickets, could you please let me know how many times you've played and what wildcard tickets you have. If they are a Tapu Bulu, a Nihilego, a Buzzwole, a Pheromosa, a Xurkitree, a Celestia, a Kartana, a Guzzlord, and or a Stakataka. Ready, set, bow, let me know. And let's do this. I'm just going to do the maths quickly on what, like, 200 not getting a legendary is. So if you reach 200, that's about, like, an 87% chance of that happening. The chances of you getting to 200 are like, oh, no, actually, no, sorry. The chances of you getting to 200 and not getting a shiny are about like 13 to 14%, sort of thing. So it's like the odds of you kind of like having a shiny by then would be at least one shiny. Would be about like 87%. So you are getting rather unlucky now. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Kiba, Onlara, Kieran. Why don't we have Onlara, Kiba, and M, and we'll go for a Pheromosa. Onlara you can host. So why don't we have an Onlara hosted Pheromosa, along with Kiba and M. And then if we and then what we can do is, if like no one new comes into the chat or anything, because Kieran has so many tickets, we can then do like something hosted by Kieran in like 20 minutes. So does that make sense? We'll do an Onlara Pheromosa now, because we kind of owe that to Onlara. And then in like 20 minutes or whatever, we can have something with Kieran, just because Kieran like has so many options, and we can figure out based on like who else is in the team what is good based on like Kieran's tickets. So does that sound okay? So let's have like Onlara, M, and Kiba, and then we'll do something with Kieran in like 20 minutes or so. Does that sound okay? If that's all good in the hood, then let's take it from here, shall we? So, the internet. So make sure you connect to the internet on the Wycom, talk to the nice lady. And then we're going to say that anything goes. Okay, so Onlara has already put a code in because I'm being slow with the code. So it's 03280424. You'll love to see it. Oh, I'm not the last one. Dang. Okay. But yes, we got on Lara. We got M. M is back. Get it? And then we should have a Kiba, who's probably switching cartridges right now, to a Sheridan. Oh, it's Odachi. Dang. But the idea was right? Okay. Bro, how did you get all the shinies? Internet? I mean, kind of. Okay. So, so well done, everyone. So let's get into it. What are we doing? Pheromosa. Pheromosa is bug and fighting. It's very frail. It's super duper mega weak to flying, but then also to fire, psychic, and fury. So yeah. Electabuzz has Helping Hand, which is kind of nifty as far as support moves go. But then as far as other things go, there's Golurk, who's just a solid all-rounder. I'm gonna pick Swampert. Oh no, Ninjask has a lot of resistance to Pheromosa. Oh, I'm going for Swampert though. Swampert's like a good solid all-rounder. But Ninjask actually is the best one of these three, maybe. Or Toxtricity. Just not the Abomasnow. I would say, because Abomasnow is like weak to bug and fighting, which is not a great idea. But yeah. Okay. Oh, hang on. Was there Glalie on the left? Glalie. Right, here we go. Fighting type at the end. Yep, we know. Oh, Skuntank, Glalie. Skuntank does have Apple Acid. But Togekiss is a Theory and flying. Oh, there's a Blossom. Crocodile. Oh, this isn't very good, is it? Are we really going for the Togetic because it's a Togetic? I think... Okay, are we going for a Togetic and going to switch it for a Ninjask, and is that going to be our battle plan here? And then we just, like, Helping Hand a Togetic that's Dynamaxed? Is that our plan here? You're gonna use... M is gonna use Helping Hand on Lara. Okay. For the Golurk. That makes sense, because, like, oh, yeah, because that'll help Max Knuckle do all of its Max Knuckly goodness. Okay. I'm gonna use Earth Power. More like an Earth Tower. Because I don't know what to do. Oh, chat. At the very beginning, those of you very visually focused or eagle-eyed or whatever, I don't know, you may have noticed that on the very far right of my Switch menu, I had a certain new game there that you wouldn't have seen a day or two ago. And basically, it's one I talked about yesterday, where a sequel, or whatever, a new entry in the series, was announced on the Nintendo Direct. And basically they lowered the price of the digital game to like $3.99 on the eShop. And again, I prefer my physical games and stuff, guys. But like, when you have a big memory card in your Switch for like loads of downloads, because again, like downloads and DLC is just getting ever more expansive, and so you just get a big memory card for it all. And when you have extra space and you see a game that's on your wish list and it's available for $3.99 and you have $1.92 in gold coins because you got to cash in those gold coins, and so you get a game for so when you can get that game for $2.07, you get the game for $2.07, okay? I'm sorry, but like if you have a game you're curious about and you've got like enough storage for like 10 gigs or whatever, and it's available for $2.07, you're like, okay, I'm gonna line this up for after Luigi's Mansion 2. Yeah, do we want to double swap Ninjask here? Because Glalie is good against Togekiss. So if Glalie is super effective against Togekiss, but yeah. And yeah, it's that kind of, not the other kind of. But yes. But yeah, okay. So hang on. So Glalie for Ninjask, I just want to make sure this definitely happens, because I think that's a good idea. And Ninjask was always like a little bit of a like, anyway. So if we get Ninjask Glalie, Ninjask Glalie, Ninjask Glalie, Ninjask Glalie, Ninjask Glalie. Okay, it's already done. Nice. Kiba, you're on it. Well done. But yeah, and then if we go for Toga... Sorry, I've been saying Toga Kiss a couple of times. Toga Tick. Toga Tick, Toga Tick, Toga Tick, Toga Tick. And then I actually don't know who we want to fight in, like, the next round. But we'll figure it out. Maybe if there's anyone who's weak to, like, an Earth Power or something like that. I don't know. But yes, please Max Lightning. Very, very frightening, this Toga Tick. And that would be good. On Lara's going for some risky science. And it's Clefairy. Which actually isn't that terrible for a Pheromosa, because it resists both of the stab types, and it gives us defensive coverage, and it can use a Mystical Fire for super effective, and Life Doo-Doo for healing, I guess. So that kind of weirdly sort of maybe kind of works. I mean, yeah. I mean, for the weird gamble that was on Lara, honestly, I don't blame you, and it kind of worked out. So I'm gonna allow it. Now the question is, I'm actually not going to use Blizzard right away, because I think Electabuzz is going to be really good here, and I don't think there's any point in me missing an attack when, like, I'd rather have, like, 2 hits than 1 super... I'd rather have 2 neutral hits than 1 super effective hit and a miss. Yeah, we're going to hear those big wing flaps in a sec. Or not, I don't know. Right, Max Lightning, very, very frightening. Okay. Ooh, see, look, that did a lot. That did a lot. And the second on the second turn, it's going to do even more if it doesn't use a Max Starfall, which again I realize I'm jinxing. Oh, Steel Roller. Oh, but then okay, but then that does mean the Electric's going to do less. But I guess if we did half in that turn anyway, then it doesn't matter too much. So I'll allow it. Right, there's the Mystical Fire. Hopefully it doesn't use Mystical Fire. Oh, it's using Max Starfall. Dang, that's annoying. But at least it means we can definitely use Steel Roller without worry. Okay. So yeah, everyone just keep going, really. Because you're doing great. To be honest, I was expecting Glalie to go for, like, the stab super effective move rather than the non-stab one. But yeah. But yeah, Glalie, everyone say 07 to Glalie, because Glalie's going to switch here. Oh, I can hear those big wings. Okay, so we want to catch everything. Yeah, don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Ash, catch them. And here we go. No, Kiba, you said it. You got to own up to it now. It's all according to Pan. But here's the question. Are we talking Peter Pan? Are we talking about a cooking pan? Are we talking about someone who's pansexual? That is the question. Okay, so... Toga Tick, Glalie for a Toga Tick. Not a Toga Tiss, not a Toga Kiss. It's a Toga Tick. It is a lovely Toga Tick. Why do I keep having to think about whether it's a Toga Tick? It's a Toga Tick. Like, just Toga Tick. Okay, right. Anyway, no switching for Swamp Up. Oh, if you got a shiny Toga Tick, you could evolve it into a shiny Toga Kiss. Could be the thing. Okay. So Swamp... Well, I know this sounds crazy. Could we go for the Pink Urchin? Because I'm going to be Dynamaxing, and I'm going to be using Max Quake. I know that Togetic is a flying type, but I actually think like a Pokemon like Basculin or Vaporeon could be like way more dangerous because they could rip through us with like powerful water moves. Whereas Pincurchin, yes, it has the electricity and it's stab, but like Electabuzz can use Helping Hand on Swampert, and then we can like power through this. If you ask me, that's it. I was afraid of accidentally saying that word, Kevin, and I think I may have accidentally sort of said it when getting all tongue-tied, but I don't know. But that is also kind of close to like a naughty comment that we don't really kind of want here. I'm not saying like Xander delete it or anything, but okay. So here we go. I am going to Dynamax and come in like a wrecking ball. But yes. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. A drying pan. Yes, maybe that's who Kiba was talking about. That was admittedly one of the things I was thinking about. Sorry. That clip. Classic stuff. Okay. Right, here's the Helping Hand. We just have to hope that Pincurchin does not do anything silly. Oh my gosh! For the love of Nelly, that was really something. Oh, and it's a crit. Okay, well that explains it. But look, see, we get the special defense up. That's one of the reasons why I didn't feel as like bad about like this here. Right, Togetic's using Mystical Fire. That's good, because if it does use any electric, it's not going to do as much damage now. It's using Acupressure. What are we doing here? What are we boosting? The defense, which ultimately does nothing in this battle. Right, Max Quake. More like a Max Fake. My favorite from, like, the old show was the, it was, like, Morrison's sandwich. They, like, changed it, and it was a sandwich, but it, like, bounces down a hill on, like, its edge or whatever. Like, it's like a baguette-style sandwich, but, like, when it's, like, dropped down a hill, it keeps bouncing on the point. And that was, like, a funny edit. Okay. So here we go, everyone. Okay, here we go. Right. So we don't need to switch here, do we? Because Pincurchin doesn't really have anything to offer. So basically, what we're about here is just helping out. Now, should I switch for the Scientist? Or should I keep the Swampert? I think in the name of, like, nothing else should switch here. Like, Electabuzz has Helping Hand. Togetic is, like, our ace in the hole, so we want to keep Togetic, so... But, like, should I switch? Because I think it's, like, I don't really have anything. Onlera got lucky earlier, so maybe I'll get unlucky. Lampern! That's actually pretty good! That's immune to fighting. It resists Bug. Does it double resist Bug? That's actually really good. Yes! I will take it. I will take that. Indeed. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Speaking of indeed, I am now 19 hours into Charlie. So there you go. Right. I am just going to go with Burning Jealousy rather than Inferno, because it's like, I'd rather go with the way safer move here. There's a limited pool of mons for each legendary, so when the paths are really bad, the Scientist has better odds of being good. I suppose that's a thing, actually. We didn't have a good path, did we? We didn't have good initial options, and we didn't have a good path, so by proxy, that kind of means that, like, all the other stuff would be in the unless the scientist has like a bunch of like a set pool of things is what you're saying. But if the scientist basically has, okay, here's the stuff that's not on the paths, here's the stuff that wasn't initial selection, then yeah, by virtue of the fact we didn't have a good initial selection, nor did we have a good path to take, then like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense. Anyway, well done. Oh no! No, we wanted the very, like, stab! Although, I suppose we do have 3, like, fire-type users, so it's not that bad. But, like, Togetic's, like, our, you know, main hitter here. Be careful of Beast Boost. That's why I'm going with the Burning Jealousy. I mean, but again, Pheromosa is so weak that it ultimately doesn't matter. Lunge, more like a plunge. Okay, so now that is going to get the attack down. So, I mean, in theory, a Max Starfall will do less. A Bug Buzz, more like a bug, more like a hot fuzz. Oh, Electro Web, but it dodged. Oh no, and now the cat's going nuts. There's the thing. It being so fair is why I didn't bother to reflect. Exactly, just, I mean, it's like, just attack it, but it'll is fine. Okay. So well done, everyone. I mean, it kind of looks like it's wearing black leggings right now with that lighting. So well done, everyone. Very nice work indeed. Team 4 galore. Team 4, I hope I'm not a bore. So well done, everyone. Well done indeed. Indeedly doodly 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 doodly. Right, let's do this thing, shall we? So, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. And if you haven't already, please could you click like on the video, because it does just help out so much. But if you already have, then sit back, relax. But again, you could think, oh, well, didn't I click like earlier? And you're like, no, that was yesterday or a week ago. So yeah, Glalie is not shiny. Togetic is, I don't think that's shiny. Pincurchin is not shiny. But will we get the black legging Pheromosa? No, it's a Ferronosa. The Ferronosa. Dang. Okay. Glalie, no sparkles. Togetic, no sparkles. Pincurchin, no sparkles. And Pheromosa is a Ferronosa. Let's check the old spreadsheet, Areno, because I can't remember my Johto things. Was one of them Togetic? No, it's Sudowoodo, Dunsparce, and Skarmory. What a weird trio. Pincurchin isn't anywhere, and Glalie isn't anywhere. So yeah, do we have any good natures at least? That's terrible. And that's terrible. Okay, Glalie, you're coming with me, because you're a Glalie. You could have been a Frostlass, but you opted to be a Glalie, and I respect that. So what chapter am I on? So I've only done, I've still only done like chapter 4, or maybe I did maybe I'd only done like chapter 3 yesterday when we talked, but I've done chapter 4. I think I am probably about to do chapter 5. I think there's like an affinity mission or 2 I might do first. Because I think they're like a low enough level. One thing about the game that I will have a critique of is it will kind of say like, oh, you can do this mission if you're like level like 15 or whatever. But then it's like, but you have to go to like the penultimate world, which is like really, really far away. And you have to dodge all kinds of super duper mega high level enemies to get there. And it's just, and then there's like a boss, which is like really big. Like the bigger the enemy, the less relevant their level is. I don't know if it's really like a mechanic or not in Xenoblade, like if it's explained anywhere, but there is a thing where basically if an enemy is big, it is tougher to take down, even if it's like a similar level. Like if you have like a big enemy that's level 10, it's not as difficult to take down as like a little enemy that's like level 10. I'm pretty sure that is a mechanic. I don't think I'm making that up, but like yesterday I was fighting some enemy that was like level 16, but it was like a mini boss, and it was just really tough. So I wonder if like things that are bigger like just have like better stats or whatever. You know, it'd be like facing like a level 16 Alakazam or a level 16 Abra. It's like, well, one of them's going to be way tougher than the other, even though they're both level 16. But yeah. yeah, it's not always good how the thing that I would recommend about the missions and side quests and stuff is like I would kind of like generally stick to like the areas you've been to as part of the story, unless you're like not high enough level. But it's like do the things in the places where they're kind of like either at the very like beginning or entrancey part of areas, or but it's hard to know with like affinity missions. Like it will say, oh, it's in because if the affinity missions have like multiple components to them, so you can kind of begin one and get like halfway and then be like, wait, I have to go all the way there, but that's like a really dangerous part of the map I've not been to yet, and then you can be kind of screwed. So I do wish the affinity missions worked a little bit differently, but I'm having so much fun with it, though. The first day or so is a little bit like, oh gosh, am I going to enjoy this? Did I, like, misremember my experience with this a decade ago? And then now I'm like, no, I love this. This is great. So anyway, let's get rid of none of our tickets, because that would be bad. Gotta love the level 80 enemies in the beginning area. I mean, they always have some kind of giant monkey in, like, at the beginning or something. But, yeah. There was, like, a mission I was doing. I think it was, like, an affinity one. And there was, like, there's, like, a little cluster of enemies I needed to beat who were, like, level 16 or whatever. But there was, like, some big level, like, 30-something enemy nearby. And it kept running over and attacking me. And it's like, well, I can't beat the level 16s if this level 30 thing keeps coming along and, like, one-hitting every member of my team. It was just so annoying. And it's like, no, the only reason and the game's like, would you like your enemy to be at a lower level? It's like, no, I just need, like, this other random enemy to not run near me. Yeah, but so anyway, there's stuff like that, which is kind of flawed, but it's still fun just doing it. It's basically like the Breath of the Wild of Xenoblade games, and I think it is great for that, so. Okay. Anyway, Bark, no, so we're going to get ready for our final Dynamax adventure. Kieran, would you be interested in hosting this and reminding us of who your tickets are? Maybe like if Kieran listed his tickets, and then you guys can let me know what of Kieran's tickets you can and can't do, and then we'll kind of figure it out from there. So I'm going to say no, and then I had that with enemies that were level 14, but a level 60 tyrant kept coming. Yeah, see, that's the thing. And there was, like, another mission where, like, I only needed to beat this thing that was, like, level 14, and I was about that level. It was, like, still kind of tough, but, like, it was doable. But then there were these other, like, enemies of, like, a similar level. And it was like, well, if I had to fight, like, 3 enemies, I wasn't strong enough to take on, like, 3 level 16 enemies, just, like, 1. So, yeah, it's kind of a bit of a problem. That's not unique to X, of course. Like, the other games kind of have that a little bit, but it's a little bit more egregious in this game. So let's see. Okay, so Kieran has Nihilego, Stack Attacker, and Xurkitree. Oh, you didn't need to do the Strike 1, but that's very kind of you. So maybe we could just say Xurkitree, because I think, like, doesn't, like, everyone need Xurkitree, basically? I think maybe there was, like, one person who got Xurkitree. Forgive me if they now come in the chat and are like, yeah, I've got it. But maybe if we aim for Xurkitree, that could be good. So would you guys be good with that? That's if we have enough people. I'm only seeing, like, 2 people commenting right now. But okay. So let's get the old spreadsheet Reno. Let's see. Kieran is a 1. Gage is a 1. Oh, it's only like Kieran and Gage who played once. But yeah. So if Kieran hosts Xurkitree, and then we just need to figure out who our 3rd player is. Okay, Kiba can do it. Okay, good. Okay. Because it doesn't matter how many times you've played, just throw your hat in the ring. If you'd like to do Xurkitree. But at the minute, we only have Kieran, Kiba, and Kevin. So if it really is only Kiba, Kevin, Kieran. But on Lara, haven't you played just as much as... You've played just as much as everyone else. So I think we need to do the democratic thing, which is... and I still need a jingle for it. The Nightbot negative selection game. Number 1 is going to be Kiba. Number 2 is going to be Kevin. And number 3 is going to be on Lara. And then it will probably end up just picking on Lara anyway. But who will be our substitute for a circuitry along with Kieran? Maybe I should memorize one of like the Bowser time jingles or whatever, like for like Mario Party. I don't know. Anyway, Bark, Nightbot, do your thing. Who is our unlucky not winner / substitute player? Kiba, Kevin, or on Lara? It is, so whoever is our, like, going to be our unlucky person, it is on Lara. Why do I keep predicting things perfectly today? So on Lara, you are going to be the substitute. I apologize. Is this like the second time that Nightbot's kicked you out today? What did you do to Nightbot? Okay. So please make sure you're connected on the Ycom. Please make sure you talk to the lovely scientist lady. If you're Kieran, you're going to select circuitry. The rest of us, however, are going to select... The two of you who Nightbot didn't select are going to select that anything goes. Nightbot didn't select you. You're going to select anything goes. And then Kieran is going to give us a quick bow. Predict you'll get a shiny next. Oh, I should have, shouldn't I? But I probably will. I probably will now. I probably will get a shiny. Like, this will be, like, my first Ultra Beast. It's going to be at this random time where, like, we've not really had a whole lot of build up to it. It'll just kind of be here. Like, you know... just the blue circuitry. Okay, 68079418. Hopefully I said that and spelled it correctly or typed it incorrectly. Rainbow and bow. Rainbow bow. Kevin, and then we just need Akiba. Oh, so on Lara, you might be here for a little bit on Sunday, and then, but then not till Thursday. Okay. Well, I hope the job is going well so far, and that you're having fun and making friends, and all that stuff that people do in jobs. You can tell I've only like ever done temp work and voiceover. I was going to say I didn't make friends with my temp workers, but actually I kind of did with like some of them in like the very final temp job I had, because that was a pretty good one. That was actually okay. And then actually I did do some like sort of part-time work for a while after that, so but that was like remote and from home, so I didn't really count that. But like things where I was like getting up at like 6 in the morning and getting the bus and working in an office all day and not getting home until like 7 p.m. or whatever, like basically being out of the house like 12 hours a day or whatever. That old jazz. You know. That the very final bit of that I did was actually okay. Right, anyway, Rainbow, and then Bo, and then Kevin, and then Sheridan. And then, yeah, so this is going to be circuitry. It's an electric type. It's weak to ground. It does have power whip, so just be careful of that. But at the same time, I mean, you're still going to pick ground types. That's kind of the thing. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like, just, it's an electric type, and it's got power whip. So, like, Galvantula actually has, like, a lot of resistances. Galvantula's actually pretty good. Hitmonchan has, like, max... How funny. I need, like, I think, like, it's, like, Dunsparce and... No, I don't. It's, like, Dunsparce and Magmar are both on the old spreadsheet Areno, but, like, neither of them... like, you know, they're both on, like, the initial selection, so it's like, I'm not going to get them for the old spreadsheet. But, yeah. Okay. Right. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's a ground in the top left. There's a ground in the top left. But it'll probably be a terrible ground. But anyway. Oh, hang on. Diggersby's on the right. Can we go right and then go left? Oh, we can. Oh, so we could go for Diggersby, and then that's Mudsdale, isn't it? So we could go for Diggersby on the right, and then we could do whatever the dark type is, and then we could go there. So that's my theory, my game theory. I always hate it when I spot something like, oh, there's a thing to the left, and then I'm worried everyone's going to just pick left. Also, was that actually Morpeko? I didn't get a good look at it. The fog always covered it. But did we actually get Morpeko again? We could always pick Morpeko just because it does resist electric and like can't get paralyzed or anything. It's just a theory, a game theory. And then we could have like Galvantula, Morpeko, Diggersby, and Mudsdale, and that could be kind of a nifty team. Who is our 4th place? Oh, I don't know. We'll figure this out in a sec. Oh, hang on. Galvantula. So is like Salazzle our 4th place? I don't know. I don't even know what to believe anymore, man. We'll figure out who our 4th place is, but maybe 4th place could switch with Diggersby. Because Diggersby is Bettersby, when it comes to who we should go. Like, Diggersby is going to be better to Dynamax than Mudsdale. I'll put it that way. Mudsdale is just kind of there defensively more than anything, to be honest. So that's my theory, my game theory. Oh, and actually, Salazzle isn't really that great for, like, Mudsdale anyway, so no hard feelings on getting rid of that. And it wouldn't really make that much of a difference against Morpeko. Oh gosh, that wasn't even the stab quadruple effective thing. That wasn't even a crit. That's the power of Diggersby, baby. Yeah, it has ×4 super effective against Salazzle, and it just went with its regular super effective, and it still KO'd. That was really something. Okay. Right. Huge power Diggersby really is, it really is. Very, very threatening. Yeah. Oh no, it's feeble. Okay, here's Max Flutter, bye. Max Flutter, bye. Well done, everyone. Right, power up punch. More like a power up lunch. Right, stomping tantrum. Ah, crud. Right, Ice Beam, more like a nice beam. Can we get a cheap freeze, a cheese freeze? No. Ugh. Gosh. I really thought this would be over in like 2 turns, but again, Diggersby apparently is bulkier than we thought as well. Who knew? Right, flamethrower, more like a lamethrower. Okay, and Max Flutter, bye. Diggersby is definitely a better one to get in the initial picks rather than have fight get. Yeah, that's very true on Lara. There are definitely some Pokemon that are like that. Tauros is like that because of the anger point. Toxtricity with the G-Max is definitely like that because of that G-Max stun shock. Yeah, you're right. There definitely are like a few where it's like they're so annoying to go against. Okay, so yes, Salazzle. So yes, Salazzle. Let's get rid of Salazzle. And then we've got Morpeko next. So then the question is, basically, who do we want to keep between? Basically, I can Ice Beam the Mudsdale, right? So, and I think Ice Beam would be better than Ice Punch. So maybe if we get rid of... Although it's a shame because Hitmonchan would be better for a Mudsdale than a Morpeko, but we kind of don't have a choice here. So, right, Morpeko. Right, I am going to use a Max Flutter. Bye, 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 bye. Okay. I do think we should, like, ditch the Hitmonchan here rather than the Dunsparce, though. Because here's the thing, don't forget, Morpeko does have Ice Fang, so it can still, like, use a super effective Dynamax move against Mudsdale. So it does have something to, you know. I do actually think a Max Darkness would be better than a Max, like, Hailstorm, though, because, like, with Stab and with that special defense drop, that could be good. Oh, nice. And then here's the Max Flutter. Bye, bye, bye. So I do think Hitmonchan for Morpeko is, like, the way to go here. Because, like, if we use, like, Max Darkness and Ice Beam, and, like, Bug Buzz, that'll be a really strong combo. And then I can get rid of my Dunsparce for the Mudsdale. So does that sound okay? Does that make sense? Does that sound good? Let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing back the audio on this one to see if I turned up the volume too high. I did just put up the volume like a little bit of a notch, like what, like a 15th of what it was or something like that. No, was it a 15th? Something like that. I don't know. But so Hitmonchan, let's get to the plan, Monchan. But I think if you use a Max Darkness rather than an Ice Fang, because Mudsdale has really good physical defense, but not good special defense. So if we go for, like, the Max Darkness, okay, don't know why that flashed to 3. But yeah, and then Jellicent would be terrible. Back up. What was I about to... Oh, no, I know what I was going to do. Yeah, no, that's right. Oh, science, sorry. No science, because we've got a good team here, so... Well, actually, I suppose in theory, in game theory, Galvantula, like, could have switched, and then I could have, like, just stayed on or whatever. But I think having that resistance to electricity is going to be a really important thing, so thank you for not... I know it's like, oh, but Bo, it's the last stream of the day, and we maybe could have got something good against... But, like, I don't know, Circuitry, Beast Boost... I don't know. I think what we did was good and safe and decent there, so... maybe it would have worked out all right. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like Dunsparce could have just stayed around and gone for some cheap freezes or Skitter Smacks or whatever for the Circuitry, but I like the team we're going to end up with. So, our hangry child, little hangry child. Okay, so here we go. Right, Bug Buzz quick before that. No, wrong move. Right, here's Max Darkness. See you later. Did that do loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of damage? No. Wouldn't a Max Hailstorm though? No. But here's the thing. We're chipping away now. So there's the Ice Beam, Mulligan Ice Beam. And if we just keep going and do what we did again... oh, Superpower, hang on, no! Okay, it did just lower its own defense and attack. But still, I'm not happy about it. But if we all just keep doing what we're doing, I promise that this will work out. To be honest, to quote Jamie Lawson, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. But yeah, definitely keep going with the Dark Pulse Cheer Dynamax rather than, like, the Aura Wheel Dynamax, and we'll be good here. Right, I'm going to cheer you guys on. I'm actually going to get a good cheer today. I don't think I've had a single good one. 2, 4, 6, 8. Is this cheer feeble or great? Oh, it's great! Be special attack. Oh, speed. That's not useful. And the cat's going nuts. Right, Bug Buzz. There we go. That Max Darkness coming in handy there. You could see the difference there, honestly. Okay. There we go. That's nice. Again, if we'd have had the Ice Beam, we would have got the KO here for sure. I'm disappointed that we didn't, but oh well. Right, what are you doing, Mudsdale? Rock Smash, baby, Rock Smash. Don't you dare get it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Mudsdale. Oh, it did it. Okay, there's the defense down. But that is the end of the turn, so that's pretty nifty. Okay. Go, Dunce Bus. Get revenge. So everyone keep going. I think with those special defenses down, we should be okay here to get the KO. I think Galvantula will get the KO here with a Bug Buzz. Yes! Well done. And we might not have gotten that if we had switched for Science. So well done for showing some restraint there. Right, here we go, everyone. Or should I say here we go? Okay. Let's do this. One battle to go. Oh, I think we talked about this a long time ago, but did you guys know that there are two different, like, bottles, like, bottle on the wall songs? So, like, you know, like 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Like, there's that song, but then did you know the other one? Because there is, like, a British one. And it's so weird, it's one of those things I'd sort of not really thought about a whole lot until I, like, got older or whatever. Like, I kind of knew there were two different ones, but I just didn't really think about it much until I was older. I'm going to go with Leftovers. So there's, so in the UK, there's, like, 10 green bottles sitting on a wall. 10 green bottles sitting on the wall, and if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'll be 9 green bottles sitting on the wall. And, like, that's the song. So, and if you ask me, Bo, which one do you prefer? I think if you're in some kind of double-digit lots of syllable numbers, then the bottles of beer on the wall song is better. If you're into, like, the single digits and, like, single syllables, that's when the green bottle song takes over. That's my assessment, my theory, my judgment, my game theory. Okay. Okay, here we go, everyone. One last ride. Dynamax if you've got it, which means you, Diggersby, because you're the one we're banking on here. 3 bug buzzes left. We'll be fine. Kiba, you have the power. It's like, oh, I wonder why Kiba, like, took a while to Dynamax there. Oh, it's because you're typing on the keyboard. Okay, here we go. Or should I say, here we go. Kiba has the power. It's Biggersby. Here we go. Right, Bug Buzz. Didn't do loads, but that's okay, it's not meant to. Dark Pulse, that didn't do loads, but it's not meant to. Max Quake, now if this doesn't do loads, I'll genuinely be upset here. Okay, there we go, that's what I'm talking about. So here we go. Oh, should I say here we boo? Eerie Impulse, ooh, spooky. Okay, so switch to Aura Wheel on the next turn, basically. And then Sand Tomb, more like Sand Doom. And there we go. It's getting desperate. It is going to start using... Look at all those extra limbs it has, guys. Okay. And then I will switch up to Superpower now. Now that I've got my Sand Tomb of Doom locked in. Oh no, it lowered the attacker of Morpeko, not Dedenne. Morpeko, our best attacker. I know, right? Right, Bug Buzz. Come on, and then Aura Wheel. Ow, so close, so close. Speed, speed. Okay, here's the Max Quake. Diggersby. Do it, Diggersby. Finish this. Yes. Well done, everyone. That was fun. Team 5, I feel alive. Kadoosh, kablamo. Must be that bean I ate for dinner. Well done, everyone. Seriously, Team 5, I feel alive. Unlike that circuitry who were about to catch Stars and Sparkles, Sparkles and Stars. Wish everyone good luck. This is our final catch of the day. I need to go and do a bunch of auditions after this, I think. So... But yeah, let's see one final time today if we get a shiny Ultra Beast for the first time ever, because that'd be pretty nifty. But yeah, one last chance. One last chance. Let's see if we can get it. Let's find out. Diggersby is a regular bunny. Morpeko looks like a regular Morpeko to me. Mudsdale is a regular Mudsdale. But will we get my first ever wildcard shiny? Will we get my first ever Ultra Beast shiny? Will we get my first ever shiny blue Xurkitree? No, because it's never shiny. These Ultra Beasts are never shiny. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. Diggersby. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So Diggersby has no sparkles. Morpeko has no sparkles. Mudsdale has no sparkles. And Xurkitree has no sparkles either. Adamant. Oh no, Brave. Oh, and Adamant Diggersby. Well, if none of these are on the spreadsheet, then Diggersby, you're coming on home. Oh, just yanked my phone out of its socket. That's always helpful. That's gonna make my phone have and charger have a long life. Yeah, my phone isn't already beginning to have the charger not really snag in and fit properly. Like, yeah, no, that's fine and dandy, like sour candy. Okay, so no Lampant, no Morpeko, no Mudsdale, Lurantis and everything, and yeah, okay. So yeah, let's just get the Diggersby, because it's a Diggersby. No wonder that bunny hit hard. I know, right? And it's a girl Diggersby as well, which is an all-girl team, so that's pretty cool. So would you like to take Diggersby with you? Yes, I would, Kent. The cat is going nuts, so I better go deal with him as well. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals. No, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. You guys are absolutely awesome and have been absolutely wonderful. Thank you for hosting Wildcards. Thank you for joining in with me. I really appreciate it. Seriously, this week, today's actually been the only normal day this week, kind of. I don't know, sort of, like the closest thing to normal at least. It's not been totally crazy. And with like the audio interface dying and everything like that, just this week has had so many stressful moments, and I really appreciate you guys sticking with me through it and helping me out, and helping me get a new microphone as well. I hope it's sounding okay. I'm looking forward to listening back to it later, just to see if that little bump up in the noise wasn't too egregious, like if it doesn't sound too or anything now. We'll have to see though, shall we? But that will be it. That will be all for today. I love you guys dearly. Thank you for supporting me. Well done for all the shinies you guys have been getting this week as well. It's not just been me who's been getting shinies, but you guys as well. Yeah, so I'm going to go do auditions. I will wish you guys, gals, and non-binary pals all the very best. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I'll be having a day off. That means I'll be playing Charlie, like, a lot. Although I need to do laundry as well, I think. And I will see you all on Sunday, okay? So Sunday, 2 p.m., all that lovely jazz. We'll be back for more Pokemon Shield Strike Stream Dynamax Adventures. I'm really looking forward to it. So have a wonderful weekend until then. Lots of love. Take care. Like the video if you haven't. Click that little thumbs up button. It really does help. Like, double check. And I'll see you guys Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.